Welcome to Educate to Amaze. My name is Ranjit. If this is your first time here, consider hitting that subscribe button to keep discovering amazing content. Hello, history lovers. Ever wondered how small events can have massive, world shaking impacts? Well, today we are diving into 7 small events that happen to have changed the course of history altogether. But before we get started, remember to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. Let's go back in time, shall we? Our story begins in the cold Atlantic Ocean. The mighty Titanic sinks, a disaster most of us attribute to a hubris of mankind. But did you know it might have been caused by a simple lost key? David Blair, the once second officer of the Titanic, forgot to leave behind the key to the binocular locker when he was replaced. The lookout crew on that fateful night didn't have binoculars. Would they have seen the iceberg in time if they did? Well, we can't be sure, but this seemingly small oversight had massive effects. How this impacted wireless radio? Believe it or not, the Titanic sinking majorly influenced the growth of wireless radio. Recognizing the importance of constant communication at sea, especially in emergencies, ships began to operate round-the-clock radio communications with secondary power supplies. Enough about the Titanic, though. Let's move on. Next one, the collapse of the Berlin Wall. Next up, we are off to Berlin, Germany. In 1989, communism was falling apart and political pressure was running high. During a press conference, Gunter Schabowski, a high-ranking Politburo member, mistakenly announced the fall of the Berlin Wall, igniting a series of events that led to the actual demolition of the wall. The effect on the Cold War and apartheid. This event not only marked the end of communism in Western Europe, it also led to the end of apartheid in South Africa, a ripple effect that was felt around the globe. We are halfway there, folks. You think this is amazing already? Stick around. The top stories are even better. The death of Ogeri Khan. Now, let's take a trip back to 13th century Mongolia. Surprisingly, a death from too much booze may have stopped the Mongolian Empire from conquering the entirety of Europe. How this impacted modern banking and economics? Not only did we escape speaking Mongolian, but we might owe our modern banking and economic systems to the Mongols' failed invasion too. Interesting, isn't it? Let's delve deeper into our next story. The Indian Freedom Movement. Our fourth event takes us to India, where a soldier named Mangal Pandey branched out in 1857, stirring a revolution that eventually led to the end of British rule in India. How this helped end British occupation in India? Without Pandey's act of defiance, the Indian freedom movement may have taken much longer to ignite. Lincoln Park's assassin. Our next epic event brings us back home to the USA, where Abraham Lincoln escaped an assassination attempt just before his inauguration, a twist of fate that could well have preserved the Union and hastened the end of slavery. How this impacted the end of slavery and the Civil War? Imagine a USA without Lincoln as president, or a world where the Civil War lasted even longer. Alright folks, we have made it to the top 2. You ready? The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. In our penultimate tale, a wrong turn and some deli sandwiches led to the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria, triggering the catastrophic conflict as we know, World War I. Why this imploded into World War I? If Ferdinand had not died that day, the world might have avoided a brutal war that reshaped continents and claimed millions of lives. Next one, the Cuban Missile Crisis. Our number one spot is held by Vasily Arkhipov during the Cuban Missile Crisis. Thanks to his refusal to authorize a nuclear missile launch, we avoided suffering through World War III. The potential for nuclear war. Hats off to Arkhipov. He not only prevented the most disastrous war in history, he saved our very planet. There you have it folks, 7 small events with world-shaking impacts. Incredible, isn't it? how seemingly minor decisions and acts can lead to such monumental shifts in history? Before you go, remember to comment down below which of these events surprised you the most, and don't forget, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe for more eye-opening historical accounts. See you in our next video. We promise it's going to be a great one.